Hi guys, so today we are going to be taking a look at a little palette. So yeah, I did try filming this the other week and lo and behold my camera cut off and I didn't know. So anyway, I'm just letting you know that because all these have been swatched, have been tried on, because there's me doing my video thinking that we were having success with a wonderful video, but no, it didn't work. So anyway, we're now here for round 2, and this palette you can get off eBay. It was just over £2. I'm pretty sure it was £2.79, something along them lines. But anyway, this is it, and it's called Tutu Makeup Live. If you can hear anything, it is the puppy. She's on quite a mad one at the minute. But anyway, this palette is number 201, Colour Fever, and these are supposed to be velvet eyeshadows. So let's have a quick look in here. We will see what colours that I got, if I can get into the palette, that is. This was free delivery, as you all know, you know what I'm like. And this actually took about 3 weeks after ordering it to turn up. So yeah, these are the shades in here that we're going to be looking at. In here you will see some oranges, browns, the odd gold and nude colours. So yeah, they all are shimmer. There's not any mattes in here whatsoever. I'm just so sorry that these have already been swatched, guys. I honestly thought we was having progress with a pretty darn good video. I did a really pretty makeup look and everything, but the camera wasn't even on, apparently. So I'm not going to be doing a makeup look today because I have so many videos to get through. But we will be doing swatches on these shades. The other thing that I want to say about this palette is when you first get into using these eyeshadows, I was going with a light finger because they look very, very pigmented, as you can see. Now, I warn you that when you start using this palette, don't go in with a light finger. Go in with a pretty hard finger and break through that seal that you've first come to. And once you break through the first seal, you will notice the difference between the sealed and the non-sealed eyeshadows. When you first swatch them for the first time, you do get a bit of pigment on your finger, and when I first swatched it I thought, oh no, this is going to be a rubbish palette. But then I thought, I'm just going to really shove my finger in there because it's really getting on my nerves now. So I did. I really pressed down there, and once I did that, they started to go like, I can't really explain it, like a very soft, mushy kind of feel. It was very odd. But when I swatched it, oh my gosh, guys, the colours just popped, completely popped out of nowhere. It was just like a pop. It was weird. And I also noticed as well that when I first got it and I hadn't swatched it, once I did a swatch right there, that had come out as one colour. So say like you'd get this orange right here. It would be nowhere near that colour orange. It would be really, really light, almost like a sheer shade of orange. But then once you really got in there with a swatch and you broke that seal and got into the actual centre and mixed it around and swatched it again, you actually came up with a different shade of orange. Now I've never experienced anything like that before. I thought it was fairly odd. I thought it was really cool. Would I purchase these again? Absolutely. But now I want to talk about the swatches. So I know I just spoke about that, but now we're actually going to get into some of the swatches. So I'm going to start with the top row here, and this colour right here is a nude. So we're going to start with the nude, and like I say, you want to just really get in there. Also, another thing that you may find interesting about this palette when you buy it, in the previous video that I did try to make with this, I also tried using a makeup brush. And I don't know whether if it was the make of the makeup brush that I used, but honestly, it did not pick anything up on the brush. I did it soft, I did a medium touch with it, and I went full on in there, pushing my brush in, and it was just absolutely rubbish. So the thing that I can recommend is if you are using this, go old school and get your fingers clean and just go straight on in there. And I have washed my hands before this video. When I do swatches, I always wash my hands. Look at the pigmentation in that. That is just absolutely stunning. Can you see that there? How beautiful is that? Absolutely gorgeous. a lot of shimmer in that one. The next one is right next to it, and I think it reminds me of a little bit of a champagne-y colour. So I'm going to go straight in there again with a little bit of force with my finger, just to get it moving around. Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah. I mean, for the price of this, which, like I said, was nearly £3, £2.79 I'm going to say it was, it's very, very worth it. There's the other one right there. There's the nude. Then we have the champagne-y colour. You could call that, yeah. The next colour right next to the champagne colour, I'm making such a mess of this palette. My gosh, I'm so professional. Okay, so the next one, which is right next to the champagne, it's actually a dark brown. Yeah, oh, this one feels so, so silky. And they do actually feel like they are velvet eyeshadows. They feel wonderful. There is the dark shade right there. Lovely. I really do enjoy this palette. It's absolutely stunning. I also think that they did have... I'm sorry, I'm not even telling you what colour we're doing next. Next we are going on for the gold, which is just right here. So, yeah. They also do have different palettes with different shades in. I was just feeling this palette at the time when I bought it, so this is the only one that I went for. To be honest, I wish I got them all now, but that's the gold one right there. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm actually applying these without any shadow base on my hand at the minute. So you are getting them. You are getting these swatches. Oh my gosh, you are getting these swatches straight from the palette, not onto the eyeshadow bases, but I think we might try an eyeshadow base once I've done these. The next one is like a mauvey, would you say? Mauvey shade. Oh, lovely. The more and more that I swatch this palette, the more and more I just absolutely fall in love with this palette. Now, I've just wiped the old swatches off my hand, so there is a little bit of residue left on the back of my hand off the wipe. And every time I do that, the colours just instantly bang. So I'm not actually going to do an eyeshadow base. Yeah. So there's that. Look how much that has just popped. Like, boom. You know? So then we have like a burgundy. The next one, which is right here, is a burgundy. And it looks beautiful. I can remember when I was in school, like high school, and I used to be absolutely mad on burgundy. So here's a little fact for you guys. All the way through my high school years, I had my hair dyed burgundy. And it was actually one of my sisters that got me mad in the colour burgundy for hair. And it's absolutely beautiful. And there it is. Stunning. Look at that sparkle. Absolutely gorgeous. It has shifts of gold glitter. I think all of these do have a bit of a shift of a gold glitter. So the next one, which is here, I think I'll say that is more like a baby girl. This one, sorry, is more like a baby girl pink shimmer. These are very, very high shimmers. Well, yeah, I suppose they are really. So I'm going to put that one here. Oh wow. Oh wow, that is so beautiful. That is the dog barking right there. And there it is right there, guys. How stunning. See, I've only swatched this palette twice. The first time when I made the video and it messed up, and now. And even just by doing these swatches, this shade right here is almost hitting pan. So, yeah, you know, I just need to be a little bit more careful. Because I can see this palette being used fairly quick, which I appreciate that. I love it when I use a palette really, really quick, because that just shows I enjoyed it. I love to work with this palette. But I'd like it to last a little bit longer, but for the price, I can always buy another one. So anyway, here is a very, very bright orange. Now, this is just gorgeous, this one. Oh, they feel so gorgeous. They honestly do, guys. Oh, wow. Boom. And that's just one swatch. There it is. But if I stick another swatch on top, of course, it's going to go a lot more poppier. But I thought I'd show it you just for one. Can you see that shift of gold glitter in there? How beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to remove these swatches off now. And then we will do the last swatch. And the last swatch is more like a salmony pink. I just need a new light. Yeah, so it's more like a salmony pink, this last swatch, I'd like to say. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's a little bit like a salmony, maybe a bit too dark for a salmony. A salmony? What the hell is a salmony? For a salmon colour. Sorry about that, guys. Making my own little words up now. Maybe I should create a makeup palette. I might actually do that. For in the future, we may have to create some Star Sparkle makeup. How about that? Might have to look into that. Okay, so there it is, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. I really love this. I can't believe, I mean, I'll get back to when I first bought it. So when I first bought it and I swatched it, like I said before, I thought, oh my gosh, what have we purchased into here? I now have to do a video of this just showing how awful it is, you know, and I don't like to say that. I don't like to do negative videos on my channel, but once I figured out how to really use this palette, how to get through that seal, it blew my socks off. And I think this is another palette that we're going to have to get all the other ones because it's just amazing. How can you not like that? My favourite shade in here, why did I even close that? So let's just open it up. So the shades that I think are the most prettiest in this palette, not that it matters because they are all just absolutely stunning shades. I would say is the orange, and I normally don't wear orange, but that is absolutely gorgeous, that orange. Also the burgundy just blew my socks off when I first swatched that. And these two up here, those two just beautiful. I love them all. I'm definitely going to use them all. That palette has all the colours that I would use every day. Yes, I said it right. I would wear all of them, including that orange, every day. So I'm probably going to do my makeup with this palette tomorrow, so I will film that, but it won't be posted until next week because I'm going to post this video tonight. And I don't think we need to use, you know, I don't need to make a video showing that palette straight away. I think that's a little bit too much. So we will post that video next week. I have plenty more reviews on different palettes coming up this week, next week. I just have a few coming up. So yeah, that is it, guys. I don't know what else to say really, apart from I absolutely love it. It gets 100% proof. I love it. I can't even think of any words now. Just go for it, shop it, and enjoy it. So yeah, take my word for it. That is beautiful. Just remember to crack through the first layer on top of them eyeshadows and you will be good to go. And just remember, guys, makeup brushes don't work well with this. I also recommend using these as wet eyeshadows because they seem to pop a lot more better. So yeah, once you crack through that seal, the brilliant pigmentation, but once you put them on wet, boom, 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 absolutely good. I'm going to go now, guys. That was free delivery. I think I've already said that, but I'm going to say it again. So yeah, as I say, next week we're going to have a makeup look with that, and I shall see you in my next video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.